Hello, everyone, and happy weekend. To those that are joining us for the very first time, I want to say welcome. If this is your first time in this channel, Prof. Dan Tutorials, welcome. And this video is for those who are interested in employment-based first preference, which is EB1 category. And if this is not what you're looking for, if yours is EB2, the employment-based second preference national interest waiver, please feel free to check my playlist. I have about 17 episodes, which will take you through all what you can use to complete your EB2 NIW petition by yourself. Now I'm starting this series again for the EB1 category based on experiences of many people, including my very self. So this again is an educative material, and it's my hope that it will help someone out there. If this is your first time, once again, click the subscription button so you are aware of every video that is released, perhaps on weekly basis. And you can feel free to share with your loved ones, those you believe, friends, colleagues that will definitely find this very useful. My video is very educative and informative. All that I need from you is to stay focused, listen attentively, and in a situation where I will share my screen and walk you through certain things, pay attention to them. If you can do all this, I am confident, based on the experiences or stories of people that have used my video, that you also will find it very, very resourceful. So now, what is this EB1? The EB1, which is the employment-based first preference category, is for individuals who possesses extraordinary abilities. Now, for the EB2 NIW, they say it is exceptional abilities, and you have to fulfill many criteria. But for the EB1A, it is classified as extraordinary abilities, or you are an outstanding professor or researcher in your field, or you are certain multinational executives or managers. If you fall in these three categories, again, extraordinary ability, outstanding professor, or a multinational executive or manager, then you can file under the EB1. However, out of these three I've mentioned, only the EB1A, the first one, that is the extraordinary ability, offers you the opportunity to self-petition. And that's why I'm doing this video for you, that you can do this by yourself or reach out to people that can help you to do it. Now, to qualify, petitioner must meet specific criteria for each of the categories. For instance, those with extraordinary abilities in their field must demonstrate significant achievements and recognition. If you are an outstanding professor or researcher, you must be recognized for your academic contributions or research contributions, and you must have a job offer from a US institution. As a multinational executive or manager, you must have been employed outside the US in a managerial or executive capacity for the same employer, an affiliate, or a subsidiary. In context of this video, I am specific on the EB1, extraordinary abilities. So we're going to go in depth into what is this category about, and I will be walking you through, just as we did for the EB2 NIW, with a case study of an approved petition. I always believe personally that we learn by example. So the best form of you learning on how to do this by yourself or acquiring knowledge is not just for me to talk you through all of this, but in addition to that, you see an approved petition, and you can learn from that. So stay till the end, because towards the end, after I lay the foundation, we're going to start revealing an approved petition from the very start, and I will take you through series of videos to the end, just as we did for the EB2 NIW. Before we continue, once again, many of my viewers, you have not subscribed, please do so. Support this channel. Now, to qualify for the EB1A, as we move forward, I will refer to the EB1 extraordinary ability as EB1A. So, to qualify for this EB1A visa, due to your extraordinary ability, you must show that you have achieved significant recognition in your field, whether in the sciences, arts, education, business, or even if you are an athlete. So all I will say is that regardless of your field, regardless of your specific area, you can apply for the EB1A, provided you can show your extraordinary ability. So this means that having expertise that places you, the petitioner, at the top of your field. You are recognized through sustained national or international acclaim. Now, you, the petitioner, must be able to show that you have achieved top-level success in your field. Either you are recognized nationally or even if it's internationally. And examples include receiving prestigious awards, making groundbreaking contributions, or being widely cited by your peers. Your achievements basically should demonstrate that you are a leader in your expertise, in your field. So a couple of things I will walk you through again. We've made mention of certain words like sustained national or international acclaim. Now, in the description of this video, I'm also going to drop a direct link, which is the official website of USCIS. And that's where you can get credible information about whatever you are looking for. Mine is just to explain it clearer to you. However, I always advise my viewers, even as you listen to my detailed explanation, you still want to read through what is written on the website. And not everyone understands what is written there. And that's why a YouTube video like this Prof. Dan's tutorial on is there for you to, get better understanding. So let me quickly touch on, before we start the workshop of the approved petition, sustained national or international acclaim refers to, an ongoing recognition and respect across, a nation, maybe your country, or even globally, for your achievements in your field. Now, this acclaim is not temporary. So it's not something that it's just at one time, 5 years ago. It should have an evidence of sustenance, like you continue to show or demonstrate that, yes, you are extraordinary in your field. It could be a build-up as well. So it's maintained over time through your contributions, I mean your recognitions or even your achievement, that keeps you, the individual, at the top of your field. Now, examples include like a long-term success as a scientist, maybe whose research has consistently influenced your discipline, maybe an artist whose work remains influential across borders, or maybe an athlete who consistently performs internationally, receiving awards and honors over many years, or you have many years of work experience in your field and you are able to show that, yes, you have been doing excellently well. This sustained acclaim means you, the petitioner, is among the elites in your profession. And how can you show all this? At this point, maybe you start thinking, I have to be a genius. I must have done something so extraordinary in my field. I mean, extraordinary in the context, like being a genius. It does not necessarily mean that. However, there are certain measures, certain things that you can show for it. Now, follow me deeply as we continue. Now, for you to demonstrate sustained national or international acclaim in your field, you can submit evidence of a major award or fulfill 3 out of 10 specific criteria. And that is one major thing I'm going to be taking you through in this series. Like, how do you speak to each of these criteria you want to present? Majority of people will probably want to choose 3 out of these 10 specific criteria, which I will mention very soon. But again, it's not just about fulfilling those things, but convincingly showing the USCIS officer that you meet the criteria. And how do you do that? It's through your evidence and how you write your petition. These criteria may include receiving lesser known awards, maybe national recognition or even state recognition in your field. It may be membership in a prestigious association, of which many of you belongs to some association in your field. But it's not just being a member. There are in-depth things that needs to go into each of these criteria, which is what makes it extraordinary and which is what mainly distinguishes it from EB2 NIW. So another criteria, being featured in major publications, serving as a judge in your field, making significant contributions, authoring scholarly articles, having your work showcased, playing key roles in top organizations. Some of you've been leading in various diverse capacity in your field, in associations, society, and the likes. Some of you have robust work experience and you command very high salaries, compared to your peers, and achieving some of you commercial success in the heart. Now, each of these criteria reflects a different aspect of professional recognition and success. So yours is to look into all of these 10 criteria and figure out which one are you convinced about? Which one do you possess? Which one do you have? Then once you identify that, the next is to now see what are the criteria, what are the things needed, what are the evidence I can put in to show that I fulfill that criteria. Again, that is why I'm going to take you through this EB1A. I know it's long overdue. I should have done this many months ago, but busy schedule. Now, so USCIS evaluates evidence under the preponderance of evidence standard, meaning it's more likely than not the claims are true. So evidence is very, very important in your EB1A petition. And like I've said before, examples may include significant awards, leading roles in major projects, and the likes. Beyond these 3 out of 10 criteria, which I will advise you, if you convincingly have 3, fulfill any of these 3, it is great. If you have 4, 5, 6, 7, as I will show you in this case study of an approved petition of someone who had about 9 or different 10 of these criteria, which is something great. But if you don't have the 10, the minimum is 3. But look at it this way. You do not know if one of these 3 may not necessarily meet the requirements. If you meet just 2, you won't succeed in the petition. You must meet at least 3. So if you have 4 or 5, put it there so that you can have something to fall back to. But if it is just 3 that you have, ensure they are strong. And after all that, it doesn't stop there. Unlike the EB2NIW, where you have to fulfill 3 prong, right? In this one, there is no prong to necessarily fulfill, but you must meet some criteria, which is fulfilling 3 requirements, 3 criteria out of 10, right? Showing your sustained effort. 2, you, the petitioner, must seek to enter the United States, or if you're already in the United States, to continue to work in the area of your extraordinary ability. So unlike EB2NIW, for this EB1A, if you say you are a software engineer and that's what you are proving your case on, and you've been extraordinary in that field, you must continue to work in that field. The third one is that you, the petitioner, entry into the United States, or even though you're already in the United States, will substantially benefit the United States in the future. So all we are saying is that the field you are claiming an extraordinary ability on must be one that will benefit the interest of the United States. And all this can be proven in different ways. Again, it all depends on how you construct, I call it story, how you construct or present your case in your written petition and all the evidences that you put. And again, you have to fulfill all the criteria. If you don't, you can get an approved EB1A. So quickly, let me take you through, again, like I said in the very beginning, a sample of an approved petition. And we're only going to touch bits today. In the next video series, we go to the next. So what we're going to do is that each of these award or each of these criteria or each of the section of this EB1, we're going to be touching them in depth, and we're going to be looking at how some people have done them and they got approved. So we learned through that means. So if you check your screen in depth right now, you see more or less like this is the front cover of this person's petition, and it wrote employment-based immigration. First preference, EB1, classification petition. So that's more or less like the title. So the category, the petitioner applies to. Of course, it's the extraordinary ability. Right from the onset of your petition, you want them to know what you have applied for. Your name is there. Don't forget to put your name. And this person indicates that it's a self-petition, right? And the person puts his or her address is also there, and the phone number is there as well. What next? Again, this is someone else's sample. Must yours be exactly this way? No. In my videos, I always say, do not copy, do not plagiarize. Only use it to gain insight, idea into how you should present yours. That's all you need. So if we scroll, we can see that this person's had a table, which is more or less showing like content, details, and pages. Let's quickly go through some of the things that are on this content of this person's EB1A petition. Form G1145, electronic notification of application or petition acceptance. So this is a form which is free that you'll find on the USCIS website. I'm going to put the direct link in the description section of this video. So this form is more or less like it has details of where you should put your email and phone number. So why is that important is one of the ways that USCIS will get back to you once they receive your petition. Okay, so you could get a text message, you could get an email from them. So it's important. Again, for the EB1A, you also fill the form I-140. In fact, that's the primary form for this EB1A. The other things we're going to write as the content of the petition is to support your form I-140. So the Form I-140 filing fee as of the time of recording this video is $700. I think in April, by April, it's going to change to about $715. So confirm the exact fee you want to make at the point of you filing your petition. And you can get that again. The link will be in the description section. You can go there directly to confirm what is the present fee. This is so important because if you pay the wrong fee, I'm afraid your petition will be rejected and you have to, resubmit again. So avoid all that. Another form is Form I-907, which is optional. This is for those who want to do a premium processing service. You want to fast track the timeline of you receiving your feedback from USCIS. Then you do premium processing. It's optional. If you don't want to do that, you do only the $700. If you want to do the premium processing, you pay an additional fee of $2,500. Again, take note that this price, this fee, this cost for this premium processing has also been changed. And I think this will be going to effect February, maybe 26th. I'm not sure. Towards the end of February, the fee for premium processing is also changing. Then the person had a Form I-140. So the initial ones are the payments because, when you want to submit, you have to show maybe your money order or credit card or check, whichever one you are using. I've done a different video on how to make payments or how to go about that. You can find that on the EB1A playlist on Prof Dan Tutorials. Then we have the Form I-140. So this petitioner is saying that, yes, I filled this Form I-140 and it's part of the petition I'm submitting. The Form I-907, which is the premium processing. Now, this person, interestingly, has section 1 to 4, which is written as content. So for this person, there are different sections 1 to 4. Some people use chapter 1 to 4. It depends on you. So this person is telling the officer that, see, my section 1 to 4 is on page 2 to 31. So that means that the actual writing for this person is more or less like 29 pages. We've had people who wrote only 20 pages. We've had people who wrote more than 50 pages. It all depends. There is no streamline to the number of pages, but just make sure you are doing the right thing. You have the right content, telling convincingly what your extraordinary ability is and fulfilling all the criteria. Next on the row is section 1.1 to 4 exhibits. So this person included all the exhibits, which are the evidences of all the claims rendered in the contents. And the exhibit appears to be more than the written content itself, which is from page 2 to page 204. So these are on separate sheets of documents, so you don't get the pages confused. You have the content separate, you have the exhibit separate, both labeled separately. Your evidences, if you have enough evidences, put them there, let them support your claim, no matter the number of pages it will take you. You don't want a situation whereby you get an RFE saying that we need more evidence. We need more evidence. You didn't back this up, So any exhibits you have that is supporting your claim, you want to put them there. Again, we have this person had reference letter exhibit. So some would say, of course, for the EB1A, it's not compulsory. You have the reference letter. If you have all your exhibits, legitimate exhibits, supporting all the claims you've made in the content of your petition, you might necessarily not need a reference letter. But, if you have made some claims and you still feel you need supporting, experts, you want to make sure you put that. And finally, CV. So the petitioner CV was also included in this case. All right, so let's see. So lastly, this person also includes table of all its exhibit. So see, it's not compulsory you do yours like this person. However, it all depends. Neatness also is good so that the person revealing your petition can follow through accordingly. So you don't want to piss the officer off. So if you have a lot of exhibits for this person now, so what this person has done is that for each section in the content of his petition, each section has many exhibits. So he has put them and classified them into pages. So for example, in the content of the petition, there is a section 1.1, which we're going to see in another video, right? So that section 1.1 has exhibit labeled 1.1 to 1.25, and it's contained from page 2 to page 26. So again, this is the format this person has decided to use. Feel free to use your own format. You don't have to use 1.1. Some can use A, B, C, things like that. There is no straightforward rule. It's flexible. And lastly, yeah, thanks for your patience. Let me quickly start with section 1 of this person, which is where we're going to end today. And in the next video, like I said, this is like a series. So in the next video, we're going to go to the next one, maybe section 1.1. I'm going to walk you through this approved EB1A petition. So, but briefly, what does this person say? This is more or less like an introduction, a very short introduction. My name is XXX, widely known as YYY. Of course, maybe you put your own name then. Since my high school years, a nickname that from an early age reflects my deep commitment to the field of software engineering. I'm just using an example. Now, in this self-petition for the EB1 category, I aim to showcase my extraordinary abilities in this field. Although early in my career, so you see that this person is trying to lay the foundation. Yeah, because extraordinary ability, you want to feel like, oh, this person has achieved a lot of things. This person is a professor, you know, something like that. But this person is putting it straight out there. See, I'm still early in my career. So I don't know the kind of expectation you have, but I am early in my career. Excuse me. So although early in my career, I have already demonstrated a significant impact, receiving sustained national and international acclaim. This sentence is so big, you must back it up. So it's not that you're just going to say something and there is no evidence towards it. My contributions to the software engineering field are recognized and continually expanding. So this person is trying to say, see, I have been recognized. I have recognition in this field, but it doesn't just stop there. It's still continuous. It's still, you know, continuing, I mean. So that's what I explained earlier, that it's not just something you've achieved one time, except if you are a genius, you know. But then you want to show that you are consistent in your achievements. So my ongoing commitment to excellence in this domain. This petition is a proof to my dedication and the substantial recognition I have garnered, which I am committed to maintaining and advancing in the future. So again, I know that I'm only showing you a couple of things because this is just general overview of what the EB1 extraordinary ability is all about. And for those of you who are considering going this route, is something, at least now you have a little idea, just little idea of what this category is all about. And trust me, by the time we finish this series, I don't know how many videos it's going to take us. Maybe it's going to take about 10 episodes, I don't know. But by the time we finish, you will have a very good understanding and you will be able to fall under this category. If you are the type that you want to start doing it as I'm taking you through this series, I will implore you to also start as well. Again, lastly, it may interest you to know that some individuals few exceptional individuals who have already been approved under the EB2 NIW category for the exceptional ability have been able to, file again under the EB1 extraordinary. We've had cases of those that have done that, and they've also gotten approved. So the choice is yours, whichever you want to take. If you are taking on EB2 NIW straight away, or if you are taking on EB1 extraordinary ability straight away, overall, you want to do the one that pleases you, the one that you feel you are confident you're going to get approval on. And as they say, there is no crime in trying. So I wish you all the best, and I wish you all the best. I wish you all the best. Give it a try, and all will be well. So this is where I'm going to stop for today, and I will see you all again in another video episode. If you have not subscribed, press the subscription button right now. Like, make comments, or if there is anything interesting you want me to share with you, please make comments, share this video, like, give it thumbs up, and if you want to reach out as well, our website, stdanielsglobal.com. You'll find it in the description section as well. We have many available resources, or you want to reach out for consultation one-on-one, please feel free to do that. Our ask is to ensure you are successful. All the best, and take care. Bye-bye.